I say simplicity. What do you think of? What's simplicity? Simplicity, okay, I'll give you some other words that you could use interchangeably, like simple living. Okay, you may have heard that before. The word that, like the church, original word the church always used throughout the years, but has kind of a negative connotation today, was frugality, living a frugal life. But today that has kind of a negative connotation, so I'll stay away from that. The word that's very popular today is minimalism. I don't know what minimalism means. So if what I'm going to say today in simplicity is what you define minimalism, okay. But my fear with it is that minimalism, for many people, it's become a thing. You know how nowadays everything is a thing? Like everything has to have like a thing. Like you say minimalism, and it means like you watch this show, you shop at these, you have these bins, okay, you label it this way. It's like a very complicated system, okay? You only have black and white paintings, okay, because you're minimalism. Or your house is shaped with angles or weird things, okay? So I'm not talking about any of that. I don't even know what any of that stuff means. I'm talking about simplicity is much simpler than any of that. I'm going to give you a few definitions before we get to our definition. Quote from a Christian author named Joshua Becker. He says this: simplicity is the intentional promotion of the things we most value and the removal of everything that distracts us from them. I like that. That's a good definition. The intentional promotion, so living intentionally and purposefully, using my time, my energy for the things that we most value, and anything that doesn't fit that, being intentional about removing it. Distraction. Next, from Henry David Thoreau. Everyone knows who he is. He said, simplicity, simplicity, simplicity. I say, let your affairs be as 2 or 3, not as 100 or 1,000. Why should we live with such hurry and waste of life? To which we say, amen. Because there's something inherently inside all of us that knows this to be true. That the more stuff we have, the more stuff, possessions, the more money, the more the stuff and the materials, the more stuff, the busier and the more hurried we are. Because it's not just about acquiring that stuff. It's about maintaining that stuff and cleaning that stuff and repairing that stuff and then replacing that stuff and then buying that stuff for the next generation so they have that stuff. And all of us, several people are nodding right now because we know that something inside of us, simplicity, getting rid of the stuff is it's freeing. That's what simplicity is all about. Hebrews chapter 13 verse 5 says it this way. It says, let your conduct be without covetousness. Be content with such things as you have. So St. Paul gives us the definition that I'm going to use as our working definition. What is simplicity? It means this. It's the opposite of covetousness, and it is the application of contentment. So it is the opposite of covetousness. Wanting more, needing more, gotta have, gotta have, gotta have. It's the opposite of covetousness, which is different than greed. It's the opposite of covetousness. It is the fulfillment or application of contentment. I'm good with what I got. Simplicity doesn't mean, like I said, is that you follow a certain person on social media or that you take yearly trips to the dump to empty whatever it may be and empty your closet. I would even argue, if you got to take so many trips to declutter and dump stuff, that you don't have a simple life as it is. Simplicity is about removing the things that kill joy, that kill peace, that kill quiet, that kill contentedness, that kill prayer, that steal time. All those things in our life, those possessions, there is a cost associated with them, and if we're not careful, we're going to end up paying a higher price for them than just the sticker price. Because the way our culture is today, this is something that is embedded inside all of us, every single one of us, regardless of how spiritual, this is embedded inside of us. Culture today, especially in this area, tells you work, spend your time, spend your time, spend your time, spend your time to get stuff, spend your time to get money, spend your time to get ahead. But the smart people in life, they don't spend their time to get money. They spend their money to get time. Because it's time where all the stuff that you say you want in life requires time. The relationships, the depth happens in the time, not in the money. The quality relationship, spiritual, the prayer, that doesn't happen in the stuff. That happens in the time. The peace, the physical health. Someone's got to be honest. Our physical health. That's not the money. We're spending all of our time to get the money and the stuff. The smart person says, I'd rather use my stuff and my money to get time. Psalm says it this way, Psalm 39:6. I wonder if this could be said about today. Surely everyone goes around like a mere phantom. In vain they rush about, heaping up wealth without knowing whose it will finally be. Sound about accurate for today? People rushing around, just a mere shadow of themselves, rushing around to get what? Heap up stuff. They don't even know where it's going to go when all is said and done. Now look, I don't want to insult your intelligence. I truly believe that the people sitting in this room right here all of you are very intelligent. All of you are very smart. You're successful in your careers. Okay, I'm not trying to insult anyone's intelligence. If we're all smart, we all know. Like if I gave you a piece of paper and I said, does money solve all the problems of the world? Everyone would say no. Does having more stuff and more materialism, will it make you more happy? We'd all say no. We'd all say no. But we all know that. But then why is it that we fall into that trap? Like if we all know that the stuff isn't the answer, why is it we spend so much time pursuing this stuff? Well, I believe because there is a lie that seeps into us from when we are very young. And if we're honest, we actually perpetrate this lie as well with our children sometimes and with others because it's something that's just embedded inside all of us. And that lie is this: the more I have, the happier I'll be. We would never say it. You would never say, the more I have, the happier I'll be. But I'll bet you, go deep inside, that's what you think. The more I have, the happier I'll be. If you look at commercials, we'll talk about Super Bowl coming up soon. If you look at commercials, okay, something that I like to do, you look at commercials. Commercials when we were kids did something weird. They talked about the product they were selling. Now it's not like that. Now you watch a commercial, you don't even know what it's for. Okay, it's a little logo at the end. Because commercials, and this is something you can read about this, okay? Like there's studies about this. Commercials today don't sell products. Commercials today don't talk about the products. You know what commercials are selling these days? Happiness. And trust me, go watch it. Now that I'm gonna put this in there. Okay, play this game. I like to think of this, sometimes I do it with my kids. Guess the lie. So you're watching the commercial, guess what lie is being told to you. So we'll play this game together. You see the sports car. Okay, the fancy car, whatever it is, and then the guy comes out, and then who's standing by the car? The girl. What's the lie? Buy the car, you'll get the girl. That's the lie. Is that buy this car, and you'll have girls like that all over you. Okay, I got another one for you. The McDonald's or the Wendy's or the Chick-fil-A, or not Chick-fil-A, the Hardee's or whatever, maybe Chick-fil-A, we promote those guys, okay? I got some endorsement deals after last week, okay? You see the father and the son or the mother and the daughter, whatever it may be, and it's like a Saturday morning and she's got her little soccer cleats, okay, and they're sharing the fry and then the music and then the smile. They're not selling the food. What are they selling? The relationship. Come to McDonald's, all your relationship problems will be solved with your kids, okay? They ain't never taken my kids. I go to McDonald's, I see kids there all the time and they hate their parents and they hate each other. Okay, how about the best one? Okay, the one where I'm watching and I'm like, it's like looking in a mirror. You know, like the body wash commercial with the guy? Okay, he's like, you know what I mean? It's like, yeah, like the guy looks just like me. Everyone says that, like that guy, okay? And he comes out and he's like this, okay? The lie there is, use this body wash and you'll be buff and you'll be ripped and you'll be whatever it may be. They're not selling the body wash. They're not selling the food. They're not selling the car. They're selling the happy. They're selling that if you just buy this, I'm not saying you will be happy for the rest of your life if you buy this, but you will be happier. That's what they're selling. Buy this product and fill in the blank. You won't be happy, but you'll be happier. And each one of us, okay, we know this inherently, and every study will tell you that more stuff does not equal more happiness. More stuff does not equal more happiness. And we know this to be true just from our own lives. Today, we have more stuff than ever. We have more stuff than ever, but every study will tell you are the most unhappy, most depressed of all time. There's an article called The Progress Paradox. Okay, so this is a great article. I'm going to show you a quote in a second, but listen to the name. How life gets better while people feel worse. That's how society is today. Life keeps getting better, standard of life keeps going up while people feel worse. Okay, from a guy named Greg Easterbrook. He says this. He said, adjusting for population growth, 10 times as many people in Western nations today suffer from unipolar depression, which is what? It means unremitting bad feelings without a specific cause than did a half century ago. I'm going to read that one again. 10 times as many people in Western nations today suffer from unipolar depression, unremitting bad feelings without a specific cause than did half a century ago. Americans and Europeans have ever more of everything except happiness.